Hello student, today we are going to continue chapter 4th Animal Kingdom. Student, in my previous video we have completed the basis of classification in animal kingdoms. Today we are going to start the first phylum of Animalia kingdom, which is Porifera. Student, Porifera include the first and the most primitive group of multicellular animals. Student, they are primitive multicellular animal and commonly called sponge. The first character of poriferans, they are loosely organized. That means poriferans show cellular level of organization. You have to write in your notebook that they show cellular level of organization. The cells are almost independent and they are mostly found in a marine water. Only a few are a fresh water. For example, Spongilla. Spongilla is a freshwater sponge, but mostly they found in a marine water. They are either radially symmetrical or asymmetrical. Mainly they are asymmetrical. Asymmetrical, they didn't have any symmetry. Their body is usually cylindrical. And student, the scleroblast secreted spicules, while sponginous fibers are secreted by spongioblast. Here you see the spicules. This one is the silica spicules. So student, this spicules is formed by scleroblast. Okay, scleroblast secreted spicules, while spongin fibers are secreted spongioblast. They depict cellular grade of organization. They have cellular level of organizations. The body comprised numerous pores known as ostia and osculum. Student, in this figure you see so many pores are present in their body, and these pore is called ostia. Here the small pores is present in their body, and this pore is called ostia here. And with the help of the ostia, the water enter into inside a cavity, the center cavity. This cavity is called spongocoel. Okay, through this spongocoel, you can see here it have a vase like structure. Okay, and it have so many spores in their body. This spores is called ostia. Water enter inside their body with the help of ostia and then fill in spongocoels and then released out with osculum. Okay, here you see the complete structure. Water flow inside with the help of the pores, and these pores is called ostia. And the cavity here which is present inside, it's called spongocoel, and this open part is osculum. Okay, so student, the center cavity is called spongocoel or atrium. This center cavity is called spongocoels, which open to the outside through the osculum. I hope you understand. This complete one. The water enter through the pore, ostia, then fill into the spongocoel cavity and then released out with the help of osculum. So you have to learn three way: ostia, spongocoel, then osculum. Then they reproduce asexually by budding and fragmentations. The nutrition is holozoic, that means they take the complex food. They have neurosensory cells but are devoid of any specific nerve systems. They didn't have any specific nervous system. They have the power of regeneration the lost part. And student, mark it, it's important, they have a power of regenerate. The development is indirect and the cleavage is holoblastic. Student, indirect, that means the larval condition is also there. Okay. The exchange of respiratory gases and nitrogenous waste occur by the process of diffusion, because no specific organ, no specific tissue is there, only cellular level of organizations occur. So for exchange of the gases, no special organs there. So with the help of the diffusion, they release the nitrogenous waste. Okay, this is the example of Porifera, Cycon, Euspongia and Spongilla. And student, mainly Porifera habitat is marine, but Spongilla is the only sponge which found in a fresh water. Now the second phylum is Coelenterata. Student, one more important line you have to note it in your fair notebook, that in Porifera canal system is found. What is canal system? Water enter with ostia, then spongocele, then osculum. So it have canal system. Okay. And in your NCERT book, there is a word that coinocytes. The canal are lined by coinocytes. And what are these coinocytes? Here you see the collar cells. This is called the collar cells, which have a flagella, and this cells is called coinocytes. Okay, this is outer membrane and inner collar cells, coinocytes. Now we start the second phylum, Coelenterata. Firstly, we read the general characters. Coelenterata are metazoa or multiple animals with tissue grade of organization. Student, only Porifera have the cellular level of organizations, and Coelenterata have tissue level of organization. Okay, they have tissue level of organization. They are aquatic, mostly marine, except a few freshwater forms like Hydra. Hydra is a freshwater forms, but mostly they are marine. They are sedentary or free swimming and solitary or colonicals. Individual are important line radially or biradially symmetrical. That means they have radial symmetry as well as bilateral symmetry are present. With a center marked gastrovascular cavity is present. Student, in this figure you can see this cavity. This is the gastrovascular cavity. Coelenterata, in coelenterate, gastrovascular cavity is present. And with a center gastrovascular cavity communicating to the exterior by the mouth. They are diploblastic animal. Mark it. We read that what is diploblastic? The animal which has two embryonic layer or germs layer is present, ectoderms and endoderms. Okay, so they are diploblastic animal. Body wall consists of an outer layer of the cell called ectoderms and the inner layer of cell called endoderms. Okay, they are diploblastic. Mesoderms is not present, but in place of mesoderms, non-cellular gelatinous mesoglia is present. They are acoelomate, that means no body cavity is present. Student, they are acoelomate animals, but they have gastrovascular cavity. Okay, short and cylindrical tentacles. Here you see the tentacles is present. This is the tentacles, and the tentacle provided with nematocyst. This is a reason that we also called as nematophore, because nematocyst is present in coelenterate. Tentacle serves for the food capturing, its ingestions, and for defense. Student, very important line, that they exhibit the phenomena of polymorphism with a very few exceptions. The main type of zooids in polymorphism, they are present in a two forms, polyp and medusa. Mark it and write in your notebook that they are present in a two forms, polyps and medusa. Now what is polyps and what is medusa? Polyp is a sessile, that means not moving, जिसमें movement नहीं हो रहा है. Polyps is movement, that means locomotion. They are sessiles. Okay. Polyps is sessiles and asexually zooids. Asexual polyps sessile होती है और asexual reproduction शो करते हैं. और मेड्यूसा स्टेज और मेड्यूसा फॉर्म्स फ्री स्विमिंग होती है, फ्री स्विमिंग करते हैं लाइक जेलीफिश, एंड सेक्सुअली जॉइड और रिप्रोडक्शन सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हियर यू सी polyps and medusa. Hydra is an example of polyps form. It is sessile, okay, and showing reproduction by budding, asexual reproduction. This is medusa form. Here you see this is medusa form, and they are free swimming like jellyfishes. Here you see the mouth is ventral side. Here the mouth is dorsal sides. Okay, this is polyps and this is medusa. Okay, polyp and medusa. Actually student, they show alternation of generation. That means the cylindrical form of hydra showing polyps form. In general, the coelenterates complete their life cycle through two phase, asexual reproduction polyps phase and sexual reproduction medusa phase. Those coelenterates which exhibit in both form, they show alternation of generation. Okay, polyps form and medusa. Polyps is asexual reproducing form and medusa is sexual reproduction form. Okay. Aurelia is an example, jellyfish. Aurelia is example of medusa form and hydra is example of polyps form. I hope you understand. This is all for today. Thank you.